hook, the illusion of randomness. Nothing is random, but not in the way you think. Not because the universe is controlling every move, not because fate is micromanaging your life, but because your attention is not accidental. You are drawn to what reflects your internal state. You don't click on something unless something inside you is already looking for it. So let me say this clearly. You didn't click this by accident, not because this video is magical, but because you are ready. Ready to hear something your mind has been circling for weeks. Ready to confront a truth you've been avoiding. Ready to step into a version of yourself that feels unfamiliar, but necessary. There's a reason your thumb paused. There's a reason your eyes lingered. And if you feel even the slightest sense of recognition right now, stay. Because this isn't about coincidence. It's about alignment. Section 1. The feeling you can't explain. Let's talk about what brought you here. Maybe on the surface, your life feels peaceful. No drama, no crisis, no emotional breakdown, no major upheaval. Everything looks fine. And yet, inside you, something is stirring. A quiet urge, a subtle pull toward change. You can't fully explain it, but you feel it. Things seem to be different. You begin to detach from conversations you once believed were meaningful. You lose inspiration for goals that once felt ideal, goals you chased relentlessly. There's a constant restlessness within routines that used to feel structured and logical. You still show up every day. You go to work. You reply to messages and answer calls. You listen and laugh when others tell their stories. From the outside, nothing appears unusual. But inside, a distance is forming. It's like standing in a house you've lived in for years and suddenly realizing the walls feel closer than they used to. The furniture hasn't changed. The structure is the same. But you are changing. You change internally. Your thoughts, your perceptions, your desires, before your external life has caught up. And that gap creates friction. That friction feels like confusion, like uncertainty, like a soft whisper in your ear saying, "This isn't it anymore." But your mind resists that whisper because familiarity feels safe, even when it is shrinking you, even when it is holding you back. So you begin searching for something that feels like recognition, something that validates what you can't yet put into words. And now, you're here. Section 2. Why you were drawn here. Carl Jung once suggested that what we seek is often what is seeking us. Not in a mystical sense, but psychologically. Your unconscious mind filters your reality. Out of billions of pieces of information, you notice the ones that resonate with your inner state. This is called selective attention. Your brain constantly scans for confirmation of your current identity and emotional condition. If you are thinking about change, you notice signs of change. If you are feeling lost, you notice content about direction. If you are awakening, you are drawn toward awakening language. So no, this isn't destiny in the theatrical sense. It's resonance. You are not here because this video is special. You are here because something inside you is shifting. And you needed language for it. You needed reflection. You needed someone to articulate what you've been feeling but couldn't explain. This is not magic. This is mirroring. Section 3. The storm and the sky. Imagine your life as the sky and your thoughts as the weather. For a long time, you identified with the storm, the anxiety, the striving, the constant pushing. It felt like movement, it felt productive, but storms are exhausting. And lately, something has changed. The storm is weakening, and what's left is silence. But silence feels uncomfortable when you are used to noise. Stillness feels threatening when you are used to motion. You might mistake this quiet for emptiness, but it isn't emptiness. It's space. Space before clarity. Space before direction. You click this because something in you is tired of the storm, tired of forcing, tired of chasing, tired of pretending certainty. You are beginning to sense that there must be another way. And that realization is the beginning of awakening. Section 4. The psychology of timing. Here is something important. Growth does not happen when you want it to. It happens when you are ready. Neuroscience shows that the brain resists change until discomfort outweighs familiarity. You don't shift identity because it's inspirational. You shift because staying the same becomes too painful. So if you are here, it may be because the old narrative is cracking. The role you've been playing feels heavy. The expectations feel misaligned. The version of you that survived no longer satisfies. And here is the paradox. You feel uncertain because you are expanding. Expansion doesn't feel powerful at first. It feels destabilizing because your brain prefers continuity. It prefers knowing who you are. But identity is not fixed. It evolves. And you are in the middle of evolution. Section 5. The mirror moment. Sometimes life sends you mirrors. Not signs in the sky. Not dramatic events. Mirrors. A sentence that lands deeper than it should. A conversation that lingers. A video you didn't plan to watch. Mirrors reflect what is already there. If this feels personal, it's because it is. Not because I know you, but because you know you. You click this because you are ready to admit something. That your old life doesn't fully fit anymore. That you've outgrown certain patterns. That you are craving something more aligned. And alignment begins with awareness. Awareness begins with honesty. Section 6. The reframe. From accident to alignment. Instead of asking, was this random? Ask, what in me brought me here? Instead of looking outward for fate, look inward for readiness. You are not a passive observer of life. You are a participant in your own unfolding. The river doesn't accidentally reach the ocean. It flows toward it. Every small turn, every bend, every obstacle, your attention works the same way. It flows toward resonance. And resonance means you are vibrating at the edge of something new. So stop dismissing your instincts. Stop minimizing the pull you feel toward change. You didn't click this because you're bored. You clicked because you're searching. And searching means awakening. Section 7. What happens next? Here's the part that matters. Recognition is only the beginning. Awareness is the doorway, but you still have to walk through. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. You don't need to reinvent your entire life overnight. Transformation is not dramatic. It's subtle. It starts with questions. What no longer feels true? What have I been tolerating? What would alignment look like? When you begin asking better questions, your brain starts scanning for better answers. Your nervous system recalibrates. Your identity loosens. And slowly, opportunities shift. Conversations change. Decisions feel clearer. Not because the universe suddenly rewards you, but because you are finally congruent. Congruence creates clarity. Clarity creates movement. Movement creates momentum, and momentum changes everything. Section 8. The courage to trust your clicks. There is something powerful about trusting small signals. A click, a pause, a feeling. We often wait for dramatic signs, but transformation whispers before it roars. The moon doesn't announce its phases, it shifts quietly. And yet, its influence is undeniable. You are in a phase, and phases feel uncertain while you're inside them. But one day, you'll look back at this moment, this exact evening, this exact scroll, this exact pause, and realize it marked the beginning of something subtle but profound. Not because of this video, but because of you. Because you are ready. Final words. This is your signal. Take a breath. Feel your body in this moment. You are not here by accident. You are here because you are changing. Because something inside you is ready to move beyond survival and into alignment. Ready to stop forcing and start flowing. Ready to stop identifying with the storm and remember you are the sky. If this resonated, if you felt seen, if something inside you whispered, this is true, like and subscribe. Not for the algorithm, but for your own awareness. Because reminders like this appear when you are ready to receive them. And if you found this tonight, it's not because the universe chose you. It's because you are finally choosing yourself.